Welcome back to Rising. It's Tuesday. Troy's Everyday Eats bringing us some roast chicken. Man, does it smell good in here.
Making that yard bird.
Yard bird.
I love chicken. We eat chicken 2 or 3 times a week.
Oh, so do we. I think every family does, right?
Well,
unless you're vegetarian.
Well, that's
it's just easy.
Probably true. And we're going to talk about roasting a whole chicken in the 8 o'clock hour. And I'm telling you, you've got to stick around for this. I call it my countdown chicken.
Ooh,
okay, what is that going on?
Countdown chicken.
We got a timer going off, and that's part of the countdown there. So I'm going to turn that off because I got one going. And we'll explain what the countdown chicken is, but it's the most foolproof, easy-to-do whole roasted chicken recipe. But we'll get to that. We're going to start with the breast first.
Okay, I'm excited for that because my chicken always ends up way too dry. I'm scared, you know. I always overcook it.
You know what, Troy? Go ahead.
Well, no, that's fine. Go ahead. All I'm going to do is start with a little bit of olive oil.
See, and that's what I was going to mention. We've had this conversation before. I always cut off the fat, but you say that's probably not a good idea because that keeps some of your flavor.
Yeah, and I like getting, you know, I go to the fresh market and I get the bone in, skin on, and I don't trim it at all. And we get to the whole chicken, I'll show you about that too. Like not taking, there's a piece in there that a lot of people take out and throw away, but I leave it in. Now that's pretty simple. Now I usually pull it out just a little bit, maybe 15, 20 minutes before you're going to cook it. Just kind of knock the chill off of it.
Okay.
And then just a little bit of oil. You see I even brushed it on. You can use your hand or whatever, but you know, of course, if you use your hand.
Here's the good stuff.
This is the good stuff. This is my spot. You know, I've had a lot of people ask me recently too where to get this, and you can get it at the fresh market. It's right on the meat counter. Just ask for it if you can't find it.
This is your spice that you designed.
Yes. And I will say, my aunt in New Jersey loves it. She met Troy once, got a spice mix, and when she calls, she doesn't even talk to me anymore. She just asks if I can send her more of that mix. So
she likes the back rub though.
That's what
she likes. We're gonna spice mix the back rub. She likes it all.
We're gonna put that on the other one. If you've noticed too, I've got this wooden cutting board with just a little bit of plastic on it.
Yeah, what's up with the plastic?
Well, because you don't want it to kind of soak in. If you've got a plastic cutting board, that's cool. You can use it like that. But if you've got a wooden one, I would wrap it with plastic. Just so the juice and the chicken nasty stuff doesn't get in the grains of the wood.
Oh my goodness,
because it's not going to come out.
I always do that.
I always have two. You know, I usually have one cutting board, like a wooden one like this, that I use for vegetables and produce, and then I have a plastic one that I use for all my meats.
That's a great tip.
Yeah, we ain't trying to kill anybody.
Well,
not on purpose,
no
anyway.
one's died at my house yet.
Don't go over there and eat at Zell's house.
Yeah, I think I heard the same thing.
For more than one reason.
All right, now if you notice, I put just a little bit of oil, just about, and you see it's just a nice little bump, nice little sizzle going to it. And yeah, we do want it on the burner there, T. And I'm just going to put just a little bit more on the back here.
I've got some more spices.
Now the thing with the bone still in it, that's going to act like a rack. Once we get it seared on the outside, we get the skin nice and crispy. Then we're going to turn it over and put it in the oven. 25, 30 minutes and it's done.
I want to ask you about seasoning really quickly because I never seem to be able to season mine well enough. Do you season it liberally or?
I tend to go liberally. This has got a lot of salt in it, so I kind of go even with that. But something like a rub, definitely put a lot on. Some of it's going to come off.
All right, sounds good.
Troy is cooking up chicken for us this morning, a.k.a. Yardbird. Going to teach you how to do it right because the reality is so many of us make chicken at some point in time, maybe during the week, but it's often too dry or it's just not perfect. Going to show us how to do it the right way.
Well, and the thing is, we've started on our chicken breast. We're going to do a whole chicken in the 8 o'clock hour. You're definitely going to stick around for that. Foolproof, and we'll get to that, but it's I call it countdown chicken.
Countdown chicken, okay.
But with the breast, what we did is we seared them in a pan, then I put them in the oven, and I'm going to check those right now. We're going to take them out, see where they're at, because you're talking about overcooking or being dry, and that just comes from overcooking, just going a little bit too long. And I know I got you. I'll work around you, man. Just don't touch that handle because it's going to be really, really hot. And the thing is, you know, we want to stick a thermometer in it, see where it's at. You want to put it in the deepest part of the breast. You know what? Let me get my towel back so I don't burn you or myself or lose these chickens. Oh, well, let's get it in there. Right down the middle. And we'll turn it on. We'll just kind of let it see where it's at.
And what heat should it be at? What should the internal temperature be?
Well, it needs to cook up to about 160 degrees. Not about. It needs to be 160 or above. But when you pull it out, it should be about 150. And you'll see the temperature kind of gradually go up. See, we're sitting at about 130 now. So those actually probably need just about another 5 or 10 minutes in the oven. 350 degrees.
All right.
But we ain't got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
These are the ones that I cooked earlier, and I just took the skin off, removed the bone, and just shredded it up. And you can do all kinds of stuff. You can do fajitas, you can do, you know, anything you want. You can toss it in pasta, but we're going to make a chicken salad real quick. And just a little bit of cranberry. And these recipes, you know, we went fast with the chicken breast, talking about the technique and stuff, but the recipe's online, WCCB Charlotte. And I'm just, cranberries, maybe some pecans, and then we'll throw in some onions and some peppers.
We got about 20 seconds here.
And then we'll just get this mixed up. Now, I will say that you do definitely have to set your DVR, or stick around or something, because this countdown chicken is foolproof for a whole chicken. We've got it down there on the end of the table.
Here's one down here. Let's take a look at this. This is your countdown chicken. You say that you can give us a foolproof way of making it just by watching the clock.
Foolproof. And I'll explain it all when we come back. I know it sounds kind of gimmicky, but it's not.
All right, Troy. I trust you.
I'm here with Chef Troy, and he is showing us how to build the perfectly roasted chicken sandwich, along with some delicious chicken salad, and it smells amazing.
And I don't know how you do that. Walk all the way over here doing the weather. I mean, I'd be out of
Get my
breath.
workout in.
I go to the oven and I'm out of breath.
It smells good in here, though, so it's worth it.
All right, so I'm going to show you about this countdown chicken here in a second, but we're going to get you started with a little chipotle mayo for our chicken sandwich, rather. So I've just diced up some chipotle. I got some good old Duke's mayonnaise in there. Now, chipotle's compact in adobo sauce, and I'm going to throw a little bit of that in there. So I'm just going to have you whisk that up.
Adobo sauce, what is that?
It's tomato-based, got some vinegar in it, onions, garlic, and that's what they put the smoked jalapenos in, which become the chipotles.
Oh, okay.
All right, so for our countdown chicken, we've been teasing this all morning. Basically, I started the same way that we started the chicken breast. Pan, about medium-high heat, a little bit of oil. We seasoned it. We got it seared on all sides.
Okay.
Now we're going to stick it in the oven. This is where the countdown part comes in. I've got the oven set at 425 degrees. We're going to start there. It seems a little high. I know normally you hear about roasting chicken at 325 or 350 degrees. But we're going to set a timer for 15 minutes.
Is it so we don't get it too dry inside?
And walk away.
We want it to stay moist.
It's going to sear it, keep searing the outside. So every 15 minutes, you're going to lower the temperature by 25 degrees and set the timer for another 15 minutes. So hour and 15 minutes later, you have the perfect roasted chicken. So we'll keep going with that, because there's yes, definitely crispy on the outside, and use some of the juices that come out. And I've got one finished here. And when you get down to that hour, you're going to use some of these chicken juices and just baste it as it goes along. But we'll kind of get into that. I got to show you the sandwich.
Okay.
Now we've already done the chicken breast, and I've taken that off the bone. I've sliced it nice and thin. So we've got your chipotle mayonnaise here. You did a good job on that.
Chipotle mayonnaise.
You act like you made mayonnaise before.
Oh, every day.
Do you really?
No.
No, you don't.
Not at all.
All right, so we're going to sweet it. Now, I've got a purpose for doing this turkey, or this, I don't know why I keep calling it turkey. Chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich.
Because last week we talked about, calories and, the ode to the resolutioners and all that.
Healthy.
Because this looks like a healthy sandwich.
Listen, though, I see some bacon right in front of us.
You got to throw some good stuff in there. So we got lettuce, tomato, onion. We're going to throw some avocado on there as well.
Sliced very thin. So we got the vegetables, maybe some whole grain bread.
Whole grain bread, a little bit of mustard. I'm going to put the bacon on like that.
You could go without the bacon if you want it to be healthy.
You could. Well, a couple slices of bacon aren't going to hurt, but I'm going to tell you. Now, how many calories do you think is in this sandwich? If you had to guess.
500.
It's kind of healthy.
Maybe more, 600.
There's almost 1,000 calories in that sandwich.
Is that supposed to be like a good thing?
No, I'm just saying. The purpose is that even though you're using a lot of good ingredients, you got to watch some of the calories.
Okay.
Avocados are high in calories, bacon, that sort of thing.
But good fats.
Good fats, like me. I'm good fat. So we come back, I'm going to show you all about the countdown chicken and what the next process is.
Okay, maybe you could chop it up and eat it throughout the day.
I ate the whole thing.
There you go. Well, either way, it'll be good enough you want to eat the whole thing.
It's finally time to base, carve, and more importantly, eat this delicious bird here.
That's exactly right.
All right, where are we at?
Just to kind of walk back through the process a little bit, because it's so simple that there's no way I can convey this other than just reading the recipe. Basically, you take a raw chicken, pat it dry, rub it with oil, season it. Medium hot pan, sear it on all sides. Put it in the oven. Depending on if you have a fryer or a roaster, fryers are 3 to 4 pounds, roasters are 4 to 5 pounds. So I've got a chart on the website where it tells you whichever chicken you've got, you start either 425 or 400. Every 15 minutes you lower the temperature by 25 degrees till you go an hour and 15 minutes.
Countdown.
When you get to an hour and 15 minutes, that's when the basting period is for 15 minutes, and then you pull it out and let it rest for 15 minutes.
Okay. It's all about timing.
All about 15-minute increments. That's just because, it's easier to remember for me.
There you go. I like that.
So basically what you're telling me is that within an hour and a half, about an hour and a half to 2 hours, you should have a fully done chicken.
And it will be perfectly done.
And
I'm not just saying that because I actually have been working on this recipe for quite a long time, and I just couldn't get the weight of the chicken right and the time of the chicken right. So once you get it done, we do this about at least once a week at my house, and I like starting with the legs. You just kind of carve down like that.
You can do so much with it. And make your own broth afterwards with the bones, right?
Yeah, don't throw anything away. And you see I've got it on a wooden cutting board now because it's done now, so we don't have to worry about any kind of raw material.
Okay.
And you just kind of pop that joint and pull it out, and you see it just
There
kind
we
of just
go.
pulls right out.
Oh, look how
That
juicy.
is such a pretty cut.
That
Now,
is
if you like,
great.
my daughter likes to, actually that just fell out.
You didn't even have to cut that.
You can cut the drumstick off if you want, just kind of hit that joint down like that.
I like that you got it to an exact science. Now we can just learn from.
Exactly.
You
I'm
found.
telling you, go to the website. It's so easy to count down chicken, and then I just remove the breast. We also made a sandwich and chicken salad using the same technique, but I'm
Check
telling
out
you,
that Sammy.
1,000
Cute.
calories in that sandwich.
1,000
Worth
calories.
every calorie. I love it. I know. Look at it. And you can do
Not
chicken
only-
salad like you said so much.
Not only can I make salads fattening, I can make sandwiches fattening as well.
And that's why we love you. But it tastes so good. It's worth it.
Just add it in a salad.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
you go.
Salad. Mm.
That is gorgeous.
There you
Troy.
go.
Nice work,
In
Troy.
fact, it is
Thank
so
you.
good. Our producer Amanda was like, "That looks so good." Like she's on, she's like, "That looks so
drooling over
good."
it.
There you go.
Insatiable.
If
Wow.
you want to remove
Look
the
at
wings,
that.
you can do that.
So, of all your recipes, do you really consider this one of your easier ones? I mean, you have definitely tried to perfect it. Is it now down to a science? Is it one of your easier ones?
Because I'm telling you, I'm gonna stop carving, but because you put it in the oven and you just let it go. You don't even open
Right.
the oven until you get to the basting period.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then that's it.
Easy peasy.
And it's perfect.
Makes
And
the
it's
house
perfect.
all
It's
nice
perfect
and warm
every time.
and yummy smelling.